now, you know, everybody needs their mom, everybody needs their dad, and for the people that don't have them, they'll tell you that's what they want.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Probably more than anything.
More than anything, you know, like one big thing that, you know, I recognize with a lot of my people that I dealt with around that had addictions is a lot of that shit stems from trauma. A lot of people experience that trauma, you know, and fill it with things that aren't real.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I mean? And that's kind of self-damaging too.
It's very self-damaging because it's all like it becomes a never-ending cycle until you can break it. You know what I mean? Because you're feeling it's like a hole that can never be filled. You know what I mean? As far as like what you're using to fill yourself, you're gonna keep looking to do the same thing to get that same feeling. And if you don't like diversify your ability to get good feelings, right? Like I see it like, bro, you can feel. I don't know if you ever took like a bike ride.
I grew up on bikes, bro. Yeah. That's why we grew up over here, bro. Yeah. Like going up and down this hill, bro. We rode all the way to Wisconsin to the border and back. That's how I still got big thigh muscles because of it. Like that was my childhood.
You said I rode
riding
Wisconsin.
bike.
That's another level right there. But that's good. That's good. That's good to hear. But even this hill right here is killer. You know what I mean? The hill on the east side off Arcade, going to like towards Payne. That joint was killer. I used to have to rock like left to right and go like this to go up the hill.
I used to love riding a bike, bro.
Right. But I was gonna say though, like you can feel great off of a nice bike ride, bro. Like accomplishing, like you accomplished something. You know what I mean? So that feeling, it's a dopamine release. You know what I mean? And it's a good one. Yeah. You know? And it's like, I'm not saying like, to me, bearing in mind how deep these traumas can go, I really don't want to come in and say I'm pro marijuana, I'm anti everything else. I will say the fentanyl though is just dangerous. You know what I mean? And I think that shit should just be annihilated because of the danger. And
that's very simple. That's very simple. Yeah. Because anybody who actually values life doesn't want to see death.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And for those that have to deal with death, you know what I mean? Whether that be police officers, whether that be fathers protecting their family, you know, or whether that be military veterans doing the real dirty work. You know what I mean? That was one of the only aspirations I had in my life before I got stabbed to death. Before I got multiple stab wounds in my chest and had my lungs ripped apart. You know what I mean? Was to join the military. And because I had spoke to the recruiter the way I did, I said, send me over there. I don't want to come back. He was like, excuse me? I was like, well, ain't that what you want? Because I don't want to die in the streets here. Because I just got approached by my Uncle Bub, my Uncle Bubba, and my grandma. You know, this was 10 years ago before I got stabbed. So this was like before everything. I went and spoke to the recruiter. They came and talked to me. They're just like, listen, Jake, you had a lot of family members that served in the military. Why not just do it? Why not go see the world? I was even talking my buddy into it. Like, we were gonna buddy enlist type shit. Like, you know what I mean? But I made a poor choice instead of staying down here with my family and doing it this way, because I went up to the reservation and put myself in that situation. Everything kind of, everything happened for a reason.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
But because of those instances and recognize it in hindsight, you can learn to appreciate it. You know what I mean?